All right, so weekly recap video. I'm still going to be texting everybody with feedback personally, but I finished all the meal plan adjustments, and there's a few common things that I see across the board. Obviously not for everybody, but it's enough that instead of just leaving it only in the feedback that I give to each person individually, I want to put it in a video. That way, it doesn't happen or it can improve for the people that aren't dealing with it right now, and we don't have to address it down the road again. So a few things that I'm seeing. All right, one thing, weighing carbs. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden this week I had like 10 people tell me they started weighing their carbs. I don't program that way. And because they were weighing their carbs, there was a difference between what I had measured out, say for 1 cup, versus the different websites that people looked at for the weight that would be equal to the measurement that I gave. First of all, the reason I don't weigh carbs is it's stupid. You don't need to do it. As long as your measurement is consistent, week over week and meal over meal, meaning 1 cup of rice is 1 cup level rice, not 1 cup level and then 1 cup rounded and packed down. As long as it's consistent, it doesn't matter, because that's what I need, is consistency to build a baseline. Stop weighing your carbs. Just weigh your meats, and then you look at the meals and you say, okay, I got 1 cup of this, half cup of this, and you just bang, bang, bang all the way down. Okay, the meats are all weighed out. You just throw those carbs in there. All right, so just get that out of the way. Don't do anything that I didn't tell you to do. All right, just follow what I have written down, and everything will be easier for everybody. Okay, now the other thing is substitutions. All right, there's a reason that I say, and I'm busy. I try to get back to people within a couple hours, at the latest. But I have a one-on-one business. I got a son, but I do get back to people. So don't take it upon yourself to make substitutions for food without discussing it with me first. I have to know what's going on, or I can't do my job. I base everything off of what I have written down, and if it's not followed that way, there's a whole bunch of variables that you guys don't even understand. So even if you did a substitution that was equal macro wise, it doesn't mean it's going to be equal in its effect, if that makes sense. So even though it's bigger than calories in versus calories out, macronutrient ratios are huge. Also, food sources make a huge difference as to how you get to those macronutrient ratios and overall intake. Okay? Don't do anything without talking to me. All right? All right. That's what I'm here for. What do we got? Oh, so for the people that are having issues with the food capacity as far as getting in all the meals, I don't know where this whole myth came from that you have to stop eating past a certain time, but the common denominator I'm seeing between the people that are saying in, the hang-ups or questions or issues at the end of the check-in, that one of the issues they're having is getting all the food in, even though they're losing weight. Isn't that funny? A little counterintuitive, but they're having trouble eating all the food while losing weight. You don't have to stop eating at any specific time of day, okay? So all my rule is that you start eating as soon as possible, first meal, after you wake up, spread the meals out all the way up until bedtime. You can eat a half hour before bed, doesn't matter, okay? It's not when you're eating, it's what you're eating, the overall intake, okay? Spread those meals out, get the food in. Don't stop eating because it's 6 or 7 o'clock. That's just another online myth. Just drop it, okay? Main thing is get all the food in, follow the plan, okay? Don't worry about times and whatnot. Space them out. Start eating when you wake up, eat all the way up until bedtime, and get the meals in. It's that simple. Anything that's time sensitive. If you have a vacation, competition, some sort of event coming up, and you need something specific for that, don't wait till check-in to ask me, especially if it's like you're checking in on Friday and the event is Saturday, or Sunday, because my workload is huge for the weekend. So I might not get to it in time, all right? So get ahead of that if there's something that's time sensitive, and text me earlier in the week or even the week previous. And then if you don't get what you need, for that time sensitive thing a few days out from that event, whatever it may be, reach out to me again. I'm human. I'm the only one carrying this whole thing. If I forget to do something, reach out. This is what you're paying for, okay? I'm there to do it, all right? But we all got to work together, okay? It makes my job easier. It makes it possible to manage this many clients if my clients are working with me and help me stay ahead of the game as far as for what they need. So it's not last second and I don't miss anything, all right? That's for me and for you guys. Thank you. Now, the other thing is just trusting the process. This isn't, I don't want to be like bragging, boasting, whatever, but I've worked with everybody from people who have literally never been in a gym to people with severe, complex health issues. Forget about type 2 diabetes. I've fixed that I don't even know how many times with my meal planning and training. But I'm talking about stuff, health issues that some people never have even heard of. And as long as the client is willing to listen and we have good communication, I get the job done with everybody. All right? Trust the process, be in touch with me, stay on plan, and whatever you need me for, use me. Okay? You have my number for a reason. All right? And if for whatever reason you don't hear from me after you text me again. Okay? There's a good chance that in that time I had woken up to 20 text messages, or I came out of the gym after a few hours and I had 20 text messages, and as I'm texting everybody else, somehow you get lost in the shuffle. Text me again. It's not going to bother me. What bothers me is when I get stuff at check-in that people could have texted me about on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and they never texted me at all, and now we had a bunch of days during the week that were screwed up that I could have fixed back early in the week with a quick text and just getting them straightened out. You got a question, you got an issue, text me, and keep texting me till I respond, all right? Because I will get it done. Okay, so for my process, and I've gone over this before, what I'm doing with the exercise and the nutrition is I'm building a baseline to work from. And what that means is week over week, we have your food intake and we have your energy expenditure, all right? So your food intake and your training. If you hit both of those things at 100%, one of two things is going to happen, okay? You're either going to make progress or you're not, okay? If you make progress, we're on track, we're on point, all right? If you do what you're supposed to do and we don't make progress, that's my job to make the adjustments to get that rolling again. That's just the game. If the training's down one week but the food's on point and the food's not on point and the training's up and then all this, it's for me to make adjustments to that is nearly impossible. So adherence to the meal plan and training is huge. I mean, that's obvious. I don't need to say it. But I'm saying from a standpoint on my end is that it makes it really, really difficult for me to do my job if those things are doing this. Food's here, it's good, but the training's completely gone. Or the training's great and the food's off and there's some cheats and, missing meals and this, that, and the other. I know this thing isn't easy, but it's very, very simple. And that's why I try to make myself available for the times when it's not easy to keep you on track. All right? If you stay on track and you make the effort for continuous improvement to get to the point where you're at 100% and 100% in food and training, the continuous effort to improve to get to that 100% or always being at that 100%, I do have clients that are like that, is a guarantee that you will reach your goals and go past them. Okay? It's a guarantee. I've never had anybody who gave this 100% that failed. Ever. Who listened to what I told them to do, followed the planning, checked in, and stayed in touch with me when they needed help, that failed. It's never happened. I've been running this business 6 going on 7 years. All right? I don't think you're going to be the exception to that rule. Okay. This happens almost every week. Check-in is from Friday to Friday. Okay? It's not check-in Friday and then your week starts Monday. So when I have the question that says, did you follow the meal plan, or how was your adherence to the meal plan, and I get the response back, oh, it was at 100%, and I look at the numbers and I can see if this person followed the meal plan at 100% and the training at 100%, which they said they did, we should have seen progress. I can look at that and tell. And a lot of times I reach out then and I say, well, what did the weekend look like before Monday? And then you find out that after check-in, Saturday and Sunday, they just kind of, we're going to pretend that those days don't count in the week. And they had a whole bunch of crap that wasn't on plan. And then they were adhering to the meal plan from Monday to Friday check-in. It's Friday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday matter. Don't shoot yourself in the foot over the weekend before the week even starts, so that your weigh-in on Friday is actually down in weight compared to Monday, because Saturday and Sunday you screwed up on the meal plan and bumped that weight up. Because now say you had a 3-pound weight loss from Monday till Friday, that 3-pound weight loss could have been from Friday till Friday, and now we're at a new low. Do you understand? So do not shoot yourself in the foot over the weekend and start the week out up in weight just so you have to backtrack back down to where you were on the previous check-in. That's not what we're trying to do. The weekends are huge. It's also one of the hardest times to stay on point. All right? I understand that. I understand all of this. The weekends are tough. It's less regimented. You got more family stuff going on. You're running around. The routine is broken. Okay? I understand all of that. But my point is that when you come into my check-in, that meal plan adherence, if you say, yes, I followed it 100%, that means since your last check-in, not since Monday. Okay? That's massively important. So I finished the meal plans. I'll be working on training programs from here on out. I'll also be texting everybody with feedback personally. Some of this stuff is stuff that I covered in this video, but I'll be in touch with everybody. All right? Thank you.